Got you, miserable old. There's no escape. Want to play hide and seek? Nice little toy you've got there, but nothing can save your ass now. Excellent. What the hell?
Dad?
Gara, I'm still 600 units behind you. I've got to reduce the gap between us. The front lines are closing up too fast. Gara, the tower's ground defense has been eliminated. You're up. Good luck, poor bastard. The tower is yours. Tell Cos if you ever see him again to forget about me once and for all. As far as I'm concerned, I've paid him thrice fold. If he says otherwise, then he can go to hell where he belongs.
I, all on my own, managed to commit the two greatest blunders in the history of Imperial intelligence. First, I had my name switched with that of the treasonous pilot of the Cobalt King in the report on the Battle of Mirage Mountain. Central Intelligence believed my work would be easier to accomplish if our enemies presumed me dead. This was a mistake, knowing my father. But at the time, I had no idea he would spin such an elaborate web of revenge. I made my second mistake when the order came down to find out who'd been methodically erasing every surviving member of the Cobalt King's crew. We set up a trap, and I took the place of Zach Gully, the long-dead co-pilot. The very man who in reports had supposedly killed me. I volunteered to do the job, hoping to end the killing spree. After all, if the murderer knew of the forgery, he might lump me in with the same lot. I wanted to face him head-on, not get stabbed in the back. We faced each other, indeed, and I killed my own father as he attempted to avenge my death. These mistakes are unforgivable. All I can do is live with them.
They say wisdom comes with age. As I get older, I've begun to feel the opposite is true. It's not that I know less, per se, although the pace at which I learn is certainly slowing. It's more that, as a child, I saw more and experienced more. Everything was new. I reveled in tastes, colors prickled my senses. All sensory input made me feel richer. As I grew older, my world narrowed. Precise moods that I used to know in the past, I couldn't even begin to recall now. What brought me to this point? I don't know. I can no longer feel the purpose, the object, the sensation. Back then it was the journey that amazed me. Today, I'm pleased enough by simple arrivals. And I have arrived. This is Syriad, the home of the project, the floating fortress. Our story will end here. Not that I know less, per se, although the pace at which I learn is certainly slow.
Akita Dryad, recording. This is the last circle. The Prophet Enki has seen nothing further for our nation. Whatever the Empire is up to, we will do everything in our power to try and prevent it. If all goes well, Linthus should be working to distract the Empire during their victory parade. We will make our stand. There are only two of us now. All other Enkis are dead, or slaves of the project. We cannot save them. There's simply nothing to be done. The book does not have our names written. Either both of us die or whatever may be. Recording pause.
Code Red D. Movement in Central Corridor.
Die, bastard!
Code Red F. Emergency shutdown. Life functions have ceased in all blocks.
No!
How stable can history be when you can travel through time? The only thing you can count on is the state of the present moment, the status quo. According to the current state of things, on the day I killed my father, the terrorist in our registry, under the name of Akita Dryad, extinguished her own nation and vanished into time without a trace. So perfectly without a trace, one could presume she landed somewhere past the time continuum. I have no hope of ever saving my father, and the only one I could hope to seek revenge upon would be myself. All I'm left with is a sour irony. Dryad would perhaps tell the story with greater indifference than I do. It took me a long time to notice it. Her time and trials are not yet over, but she's certainly paid her dues for her country. The sensors on Syriad recorded an intrusion of 2 foreign beings that day. Deep analysis of the sequence of events that caused her to obliterate her people has become a matter of imperial interest. since the key to Lael's power and riches lies with the project. But that's a different story for another time.